Hello. What is up, everybody? How y'all doing today? I forgot to do a thing. One moment. Where's the thing? There's the thing. It's Tuesday, which means we're doing another. Well, we're continuing a Pokemon Solo run, right? All right. There we go. All right, we got the tracker back. We have lost a kitten. We had one for a moment. He is now gone. But yeah, so last week we did an amount of the Staryu run, and then my internet decided that it wanted to not work anymore. Hooray, we love that. That's so cool. So we had to continue that today. And so we're going to continue that today in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I have no idea what just happened. So we're level 40. What? Okay, so we have Blaine and Sabrina. Why have I not beaten Blaine? Oh, because I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, also I feel like the game has just forgotten that it's supposed to be fast. There we go. Much better. I have no idea where we just flew to. I did not mean to fly here. Shit. I had like a whole plan. As to what we were going to be doing and when. Okay. Oh, wait. So we were going... Okay. I remember now. So we were going to be doing Rival 5, right? Okay, so I have not even been in here yet. Good to know. Good to know. All right. No. All right. What do we have? A whole lot. Okay. So we're gonna dig out. Oops. And then we will fly back to Saffron. And then we will go and deal. Oh wait, no. I think what we need to do, we need to get rid of our. Yeah, we need to get rid of these. Yeah. The key items. We have a shit ton of key items. I still have a potion. I just realized. Scope, Poke Flute. And that's everything. Alright. Now we go to the mart and we sell a whole bunch of crap that we do not need anymore. Sell. Nuggets. We're not going to be using Toxic. We can't learn Mega Drain. Oh, that's right. I think that was one of the last things that we did last week, is we beat Erica. I should have looked at the video. Seen what the plan was. Because I remember there's like a weird... There was like a weird plan for the moveset. And I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's we get rid of Ice Beam for Surf at first. I don't know why we grabbed this. We literally don't use physical attacks basically ever. I think we get rid of Ice Beam for Surf when we go fight Blaine. And then from there, we... do what? Hello, Bully. How are you? Okay, so Surf over Ice Beam when we get to Blaine. Hello, Taco. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm trying to remember the plan for this Pokemon. So I think it's Surf after we beat Giovanni over Ice Beam. And then eventually we will teach Blizzard over Psychic. I believe that's the plan, if I remember correctly. Ow. Was that a quick attack? Is that what happened there? We had a quick attack? This is actually really bad for me. Ice Beam. Speed time, maybe? I think he might have used quick attack. I didn't actually see what move he used. It might have been quick attack. That was... okay, that's good. Shit. Alright. Alright, where is my death counter? There we go. Okay, so I do think that I know what the plan is for the moveset now. That was like the big thing that I was trying to remember. Okay, how close are we? So we're 2,000 away from leveling up. I really don't want to level up in the middle of this fight. A little bit of heat stroke, but nothing too serious, I hope. Yeah, been there, done that. It's not great. Ah. Wake up, please. Wake up, please. Don't fucking die to this rando. Okay, there we go. And we died to the rando. We died to a rando, god damn it. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that we're going to be getting to the point where it's like really hot in my house here soon. I'm going to harden a couple of times actually. All right, that should... The crit sucks. Are you serious? I was asleep forever. Just put my air conditioner in today after work. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, my AC unit has been... I did not expect this trader here to be a fucking problem. Maybe I just go all the way up to +6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you serious? Oh shit, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. All right, we need to go heal because we are out of ice beams basically after that fight. I don't have the special badge. The special badge is Blaine. I was badge boosting to boost my special, to boost my damage against those Pokemon. I was like, why am I not? Oh, I'm stupid. Got it. All right, but now... That's actually bad because that means that we're not going to be able to... I didn't mean to Psychic here. God damn it. God damn it. I can't believe I missed 3 times in a row. Dude, accuracy in Gen 1 fucking sucks balls, man. It's so annoying. All because I accidentally clicked Psychic instead of Ice Beam, which I don't think Ice Beam doesn't one-shot anyway, so we would have had the same issue. Okay, Wing Attack is fine. Quick Attack on turn 2 really sucks. That crit's nice, though. And that's a one-shot. We would have hoped for the freeze. Yes! Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I should have used Harden there. We're not learning light screen. We do not need it. Yeah, I should have. Well, like, the thing is, Harden wouldn't have actually helped us there. Where I don't know why I grabbed. Lapras is for strength. Lapras is for strength. So the reason that it wouldn't have mattered is because we don't use attack, right? We're already gonna outspeed the Blastoise. The Blastoise isn't gonna do enough damage to one-shot us without a crit, which ignores the a crit ignores the defense boost anyway. And our badge boost glitch doesn't affect our special yet. So, like, there's not actually really any reason to... Actually wasn't any reason to harden there. It would have just been wasted turns, honestly. It would have lessened the damage that we took from the normal bite, but... so I have a full restore... What does he have? He has Nidorino, which we have Psychic for. He has Nidoqueen, he has Rhyhorn, and he has Kangaskhan. The Kangaskhan is the only... I think we should be fine without using the full restore. We could go into this poisoned. Most of these are going to be one-shots anyway. The Kangaskhan's like the one that's going to be... Oh, good, a crit. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, game. Fuck you too. So, crit, first off, crit, which is not likely for a fucking Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's aren't super slow, but they're not super fast either. I think a crit is maybe a 15%, and a 5-hit is also a 15%. So, fuck this guy twice over, is basically what I'm getting at. Yeah. Get wrecked, you fucking nerd. You deserve that. Yeah, I kind of figured the Nidoqueen would be a 2-shot. Alright. So that's that done. We now have our strength Pokemon. And now that we've beaten... I can start going through Sabrina's gym. I don't know if we beat her right now, but like a good chunk of her Pokemon we can beat here. I could... Because we're not going to be using Ice Beam at all in this gym. What I could do... And by when I say we're not going to be using Ice Beam, I mean that there's nothing in this gym that is weak specifically to Ice Beam. And we're about to get rid of Ice Beam anyway. Oops. Wrong person. This one. So we could potentially teach over Ice Beam with like a physical move. Like specifically we could teach Ice Beam, we could teach like Double Edge over Ice Beam. Oh my god, double freeze in one fucking fight? Hell yeah, we'll take it. And that would help us with like the Kadabras and the Alakazam. But then again, Double Edge has recoil damage. We have fairly low attack. I don't remember exactly what my attack stat is, but it's pretty low. I do know that much. Let's find out. What is Staryu's attack stat? 45. Yeah, versus a 70 special. Oh, you lived one. I was not expecting you to live that. All right. Didn't need to go there. All right, and then the last trader just has... You lived again. I don't appreciate you living. We're just gonna save. I'm gonna risk it just going into this fight with 5 health. Yes! Okay, I was praying on him not hitting me with anything. Okay, so I think we leave that for now. Do I even have... No, I don't. So we never went into the Safari Zone. So it is time for us to now go into the Safari Zone. With TM26 Earthquake. So that's just... That's vendor fodder. That's just another 2 grand for us. All right. Oh, that's right. I fucked up my repel use earlier in the run. I forgot. I didn't grab my max repels before going into Pokemon Tower. So we are out of normal repels for this. Not a huge deal. We just have to use a max repel for this one grass patch instead of a normal one. Not the end of the world. Alright, so now we go back there. And for the first time in a while, we have both strength and a Pokemon that can learn it at the same time when we first get strength. I mean, technically, we usually have a Geodude when we do this, but... Alright, so we are committing to Surf on the Staryu over Ice Beam. Is this correct? Yes. Yes. Now, let me just double check. How many rare candies do I have? Where are my rare candies? Literally there. Okay. 1, 2, that's 10. Yeah, okay, so we have all of them. Yeah. All right, I just wanted to double check. Nope, not you. This one. At least because I'm doing Safari Zone and then the Pokemon Mansion back to back, I do actually still get use of the extra max repel time. So that's good. It might actually work out better? Maybe? Oh, shit. Here, let me pop this. We have another protein that I can hit, which I actually probably should stop using the proteins because we're not going to be using any physical moves for the rest of the game. And the protein literally only increases the amount of damage that I do to myself in Confusion. So it's actually, the strat would be to not use proteins here. It would have also been another $9,800 that I could have grabbed. Yeah, that's why, like, people that do Pokemon battling professionally, like people that go into VGC and shit, why if they have a special attacker, they will want their special attacker to have 0 IVs in attack. Because there's no reason for it, and it only hurts you if you get confused. Alright, so let's go to Skinabar, go into the Mart. Yeah. Yeah, because I had heard about that a while back, and I was like, why would you ever want to have a 0 IV in something? That doesn't make any sense. And then I heard the explanation for it. I'm like, oh, yeah, no. That does actually make a good amount of sense. Like, it literally does nothing for you and can only hurt you. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Like, if you're a physical attacker, there's not really any point in having a 0 IV in special attack. So it's actually a lot easier to have a physical attacker for VGC than it is to have a special attacker, because you could just bottle cap, right? That's why there's been a request for something like a rusted bottle cap that sets your IVs for that stat to 0 instead of to, was it 31 or whatever it is? I wonder if 25 is enough to get through this. I kind of wish that didn't crit. I really hope that I don't crit this one, because I want to see if the Rapidash survives. It does not. That's really good for us. That is huge. All right, so we have only one surf left. I'm just gonna go heal. I don't want to burn in the ether or something like that right now. Especially since we're going to be having Blizzard as one of our moves. I want to make sure that we have our PowerPoint boosters and recoveries for the Elite Four. All right. There's an argument to be made. Never mind. I was about to say there's an argument to be made that I should have been using Harden to badge boost here, and then I leveled up before the Pokemon that I would have needed to badge boost for. Never mind. All right, so we got the Volcano badge. Hell yeah, beautiful. So we now pretty handily out-level Sabrina's Pokemon. I think we should be fine. I'm going in here to heal just to get my power points back, just so that we're going in there at max. Because obviously I didn't take any damage, so that's not a problem. Do I use Mimic in this run at all? I don't think I do. I think we have too many moves that are just better. Okay, so I want to surf the Kadabra because the Kadabra has stuff like Psychic, right? The Kadabra is just a lot scarier than Mr. Mime. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we go. So we now have 6 badge boosts in speed and also in special and all that. Okay, we got it into a recover loop. Hell yeah. All right, easy peasy. All right, that was actually a little bit scarier against the dude, the clown, Mr. Mime. That was a little bit scarier than I wanted it to be. I mean, mimes are like, they're basically a subsection of clowns, so I mean, I'm not throwing an insult, it's just what it is. I literally couldn't think of the name of the Pokemon or the word mime for a second. All right. Clownster mime? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so this weekend, I actually had, so I've been playing D&D over at my buddy's house pretty much every weekend. Like, there's been a couple of sessions that we missed because scheduling and whatnot. But this weekend we actually were able to get together and we were able to play for like 8 hours. Which is so fun. It's so nice to just sit down and just play D&D for an extended period of time. It's so nice. I made homemade pizza for all of us. It turned out really good. I was very pleased with how the pizza turned out. And we just played. And so here's the thing about what's going on right now in our campaign. We recently never got into it, but I have friends who do. Hell yeah. D&D, it's hard to get into if you don't have a good, consistent friend group to run with. For sure. But yeah, in this particular campaign, so there's 3 party members, right? 3 party members. So there's me, who is a centaur samurai. And then there's 2 elves. One of them is just like an evocation wizard. And the other one is a bard. So like I am the frontliner, we have a frontliner, we have a support character primarily, and then we have a blaster caster, basically. Also, that fight was fucking free. If I've ever seen a free fight in my fucking life, holy shit. Hey, Shelby. Hello. Oh my god, I'm like being real. No. Leave the microphone alone. So recently in that campaign, we came into possession of a coliseum. So we've made friends with like the 3 main well, we had made friends with 2 of the 3 main factions in the city that we're in. And the Colosseum was the 3rd faction. And I'm just going to use this to harden. I really hope that I don't level up like right now. Oh, I'm about to level up like right now. Okay, so we're just going to surf. Never mind. And then we will badge boost on the Growlithe instead. No, we're at, yeah, we're at +2 right now. So +3, +2, +3, +4, +3. All right, so now we're at +4, +5, and we're finally at +6. All right, there we go. This is bad. We actually have nothing to hit this guy with for neutral or better damage. Everything is resisted. Oh, thank God. No, the crit. Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh my god. Okay, that could have gone really bad for us. That could have gone really fucking bad for us. I'm surprised we one-shot the execute. Honestly, execute's stats, like, I mean, like, they're not, obviously they're not going to be as good as executor. You calming down, baby girl? You just gonna be a lap cat? That's fine. You just chill out and be a lap cat. You're a good girl. I got distracted with what I was saying because I panicked about the fight. We're talking about D&D. Yeah, so we had come into... We had taken out the prior owner of the Coliseum because he was kind of an asshole and he was running something of a death cult. Or he was helping run something of a death cult. The Cult of Loviatar, in fact. Which I recently learned there's a part of BG3 that involves Loviatar and a cult of hers. So yeah, we killed him. Well, actually, so we got hired to deal with him. And our actual contract didn't require us to fight him per se. You still get badge boost, but it lowers your defense, but it still cancels. Yes, exactly. So like all of those Leers, we had like 10 to 13 badge boosts after everything in that against that Rhyhorn, that Growlithe. Yeah. So that was cool. Hi, Johnny Cat. You're not coming onto the lap right now, my dude. No. I need you to get down. I need you to get down, buddy. Because you're just gonna come over here and you're gonna start shit with your sister. Let her be. Leave her alone. What are you doing? Alright, so I have both cats on my lap, and this is not going to last very long, because it never does. Don't be a dick. Yep, there she goes. Yeah. You little fucker. You little fucker. So yeah, what we were contracted to do was not to fight and kill him, but to get him to the city's graveyard, which there is a necromancer in the graveyard, who is the person who hired us, by the way. Actually, I don't want to do that here. Why did I come here? I did not mean to come here. I meant to go to Celadon. What the fuck? You didn't even You see this? This motherfucker comes up, pushes Shelby out of my lap, and then jumps down. Asshole. He's a dick. So the whole goal was to get the leader of the Coliseum, who is an Orog, to the graveyard alive. Right? So we needed to get him to the graveyard alive, and then the necromancer would take him and do whatever he wanted with him. So as a centaur, I have a major speed boost relative to the other party members, right? Like, I am much faster than they are. And the session before... What do you want? Oh, that's nothing. The session before, our bard had leveled up and had gotten haste. So I was like, all right, what I need you to do is I need you to cast haste on me. And then you guys stay here and deal with the ogre bodyguards, the 2 ogre bodyguards. By the way, we had like everybody else in this town helping us with this. There was, so the other 2 factions, there was like a shipping company. That was like the de facto guards. and all of that for the town. And then there was also a rat folk warren, which was like the town's thieves guild, right? So we had the rat folk go in early and poison the food, not to kill, but to like incapacitate all of the guards in the stadium, or in the really okay. Only what the fuck? Okay, so only 1 iron and 1 HP up. What the fuck? Oh, I guess we did have to do a lot of grinding at the beginning of the game to get past Brock, didn't we? So that does actually make a bit of sense. Okay, that's fine. And then the guards helped us with the actual battle. Like any of the other, or the shipping company guys. They were called the Golden Anchor. They would help, they actually helped us in the fight. Like, they took care of any of the guards that saved against the poison that we sent. Or, also helped with the ogres. While our goal was to get him to follow us out and chase me. And I was basically, my point was I was going to enrage the leader so badly that he would chase me. And I would be fast enough to stay out of his reach until we get to the graveyard. And I almost did it. I was able to separate him from the ogre bodyguards by blowing up the entrance that he ran out of. Turns out he also had potions of haste, so he was able to keep up with me almost. Which was not in the fucking cards. What am I doing here? We just go, right? We just go. I think we just go. Oh, wait. Rare candies, rare candies, rare candies, rare candies, rare candies. I'm not going to count that as a death because I just completely forgot to do the thing. Okay, so we save 1 for Lance and 1 for the champion. So we go through 9 of them. Yeah. Okay, anyway. I'm like 50 feet away from the entrance to the graveyard, which is where I need to get him to, right? All right, I'm just gonna save because I have confidence. So I get him to the graveyard, and he pulls out a wand that he finally is in range to use because my haste ran out before his did, obviously, and he was starting to gain on me towards the end of it. Ow. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we go. I actually should have used Surf there. No, the crit. Surf would have one shot the Jinx. I don't know why I'm using super potions here, but it's fine. He pulls out a wand, and it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was basically a wand of trip of some kind. And I roll a 2 on my save. So I'm like 50 feet from the fucking finish line of where we're trying to get to. And the boss of the fucking entire, like, side quest that we're on manages to not just trip me up, but catch up to me. And, like, I'm a level 3 character at this point, and my character is pretty fucking impressive physically. Like, he's kind of crazy, but he can't solo this guy. right? I cannot solo this guy. So I'm fighting hyper defensively, and each turn I'm slowly backing up, hoping to get him into the... I'm hoping to get him into the graveyard without him realizing. Also, I just realized I'm out of psychics. That's not good. But this Gengar's not that big of a deal. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should not have been using, I should have paid more attention to my PowerPoints, honestly. All right, so now we teach Blizzard over Psychic, because Psychic is useless to us now. Yeah. Yeah, Psychic does nothing to us. Or nothing for us, I should say. And then I want to use the PowerPoint. I only grabbed one? I forgot the one outside. Yeah, just out in, yeah. Okay, so Rare Candy. And... fuck it, Hyper Potion to get us to max. And let me just check my PowerPoints on everything else. 4 Thunderbolts. I will only need 2 here. Yeah. All right, we're good. We're good. Actually, no, I don't even need 2. I need 1 because I'm going to be using Surf against the Aerodactyl, obviously. All right, so that obviously kills. I want to check. Okay, so Blizzard one-shots these guys. I'm level 63, so even without Harden, I think I outspeed. I don't. Damn. Okay. I knew if I one-shot the Dragonairs, I would 100% one-shot the Dragonite. Just because it's double super effective, right? All right, so we'll do this. We will do this. And then we basically just kind of have to hope that the... Just kind of have to hope that the Pidgeot doesn't do that much to me. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's good. We took a lot of damage. I was hoping for more mirror moves, but I think it's fine. Okay, it didn't use Psychic. That's fine. Rhydon dies to Surf, obviously. And due to our badge boosts, I think everything else dies. The only thing that's worrisome slightly is the Executor. If I had missed that, if I had missed the thing, the Blizzard. If the Blizzard had missed, that would have been a bad time. Okay, so anyway, back to the story time, right? That's like what I'm like very slowly trying to get through this. So level 65, 747. Okay, so let's see how this compares. Quite a bit better, actually. Quite a bit better. Okay, so we died more. We only had 23 deaths last time, and we had 30 this time. But... and we were level 64 last time, and we were 65 this time. I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but it is what it is. However, in-game time, this time, 7 hours and 47 minutes. Last time, it was 9 hours and 46 minutes. So we cut almost exactly 2 hours off of our prior time, which is really nice. And then real time, this time around was 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 39 seconds. Versus last time, 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 6 seconds. So we cut off a full 20 minutes. In real time as well. So quite a bit better. Quite a bit better this time around. Now... That was very, very fast. Now, we're not going to start another run today because I don't really like doing that unless it's like 3 fights away from the... Like, if we're at the Elite Four, which we did with the end of the Machop run, I believe. But we're not going to end either. Oh, I'm not capturing my monitor. There we go. Let's see what our next Pokemon's gonna be. What is our next Pokemon? Just barely got to Tentacool. Okay. I might re-roll. This is our 3rd water type in a row. And while Tentacool is a lot different from both Slowpoke and Staryu, I want something that's not a water type. So I am going to veto this. We are going to reroll. Raticate is very different. Raticate. Yep. That's how it is. All right. Raticate it is. Let's go. I've been really curious on how Raticate is going to work. I'm very happy with this. Also, if we go back to this, Raticate completes another line. Raticate will complete another line. Granted, Kakuna's in there, so it's not a full line. But that will be our second. I think that's only our second fully completed line. Venonat would complete a line. Ponyta would complete a line. Technically, Dragonair would, but I don't really count that. What about columns? The Blastoise to Kabutop's column is finished. The Metapod to Snorlax column is finished. Is that it? And none of them are without some block, right? Dragonair and Voltorb would finish a column. After this, Cubone would finish a column. I'm not looking forward to the Cubone run, by the way. Cubone run's going to be real rough. Okay, let me actually see. How many water types do I have left between everything? So we have Ammonite, Dugong. Wait, didn't we do Dugong recently? I thought we did Dugong recently. I'll look at that. Ammonite, Poliwrath, Poliwag, Tentacool, and Dugong. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. When is the next Pokemon stream? Pokemon streams are Tuesdays. So the next Pokemon run, when we do Eradicate, it will be 1 week from today. Let's see. How many... What is the most populated type that we have yet to finish? I think it might be poison. You got Nidoran and Nidorina. You have Venomoth. You have Muck. And you have Tentacool and... Wait, Nidoran, Nidorina, Venomoth, Venonat, Tentacool, Weepinbell, Muck. Vileplume? Vileplume's been finished. Vileplume's done. Yeah, it's definitely poison. 100%. There's so many poison types in Gen 1. It's actually kind of crazy. I wonder, is poison the most common typing in Gen 1? Right, because most grass types are grass poison. There's only, what, 2 that aren't, I think? Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Yeah, there's 32 poison types in Gen 1. How many water? All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Only 30. Oh, and I forgot to count Kakuna. So there's actually 1 more poison type than what I counted. So what is that, 36 or 37? Something like that. Versus 30 water types. So yeah, the most popular typing in Gen 1 is poison. What? Oh, okay. All right. I think what we'll do for now is I think we'll just go into D&D story time for a bit. Because I kind of just stopped that story because we finished the run. Also, look at all that fucking money I got. I'm also really lucky that I didn't have to use a whole lot of healing items because I didn't have any healing items, basically. I think I had like 1 full restore and like 1 or 2 hyper potions. Okay, so when I left off telling the story after getting distracted for literally no reason, well, not for no reason, but when I got distracted and completely stopped, my character was 50 feet away from the goal. He had the boss chasing him, and he had just failed a trip roll. And my character falls on the ground, skids like another 20 feet before I come to a stop. And suddenly I'm having to fight this guy while trying to lure him into the graveyard so that the necromancer can grab him up. And I can't land a hit on this guy. So here's something about our D&D campaigns. It's not Pathfinder. It's not actually Dungeons and Dragons. It is a rule set that my friend is developing. And like the rules are, there are opposed rolls basically. So to land a hit against an enemy, if the enemy is not actively defending themselves against you, you only need to hit a 10. And that's not a flat roll, right? Like that is a 10 with your attack bonuses and whatnot. However, the opponent can parry or dodge. And so they will roll a parry roll or a dodge roll against your attack roll. And this dude's stats were so boosted because he's a boss monster that I could not reliably land a hit. Period. I just couldn't do it. But I was rolling well enough on my parries that I could keep him from hitting me as well. So I was fighting very defensively. I was focusing more on parrying and like slowly moving my character backwards to try and slowly get him into the graveyard. And my GM decided, for whatever reason, that this boss character, his name was Forkstein. He was an Orog, which if you don't know what an Orog is a crossbreed between ogre and orc. So he was a big motherfucker. He decides, because he can't land a hit on me, and he's very, very frustrated, that he's going to jump on my back. Reminder, I am a centaur. I am a centaur character. So he's gonna jump on my back and basically like club me to death because, you know, I can't effectively parry somebody who's riding me. Unfortunately for him, hello Philemon, how are you? How are you? We're doing some D&D story time because I've already finished the game. Unfortunately for him, I could still move, and now I didn't have to worry about parrying because there was nothing for me to parry. And I didn't have to lure him anywhere because he was on my back. I was in full control of where he went. I just beat Chuck, I think. But I'm going to focus on the story time. I'm going to focus on the story time because I will get distracted and go off on tangents. So I run us both into the graveyard. And I can't get him off of me, right? Like, he's got me in a grapple check. He's stronger than I am. He is consistently outrolling my grapple checks. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to intentionally fall on this guy. By the way, I weigh half a ton. My character does. My character weighs half a ton. So me, like, intentionally rolling and rolling on top of him, was enough to break his grip, get him off of me. And now, we have succeeded in getting this boss to the graveyard. At which point, multiple spectral hands grow out of the ground, grab him, and drag him into the dirt. I'm like, yeah! Beat the boss without ever landing a hit. Hell yeah. We almost got a full level's worth of XP for that session. So yeah, that's how we came to be in possession of the Coliseum of that town. I also got, so my character doesn't know this, but the reward for that entire side quest was the necromancer gave us all a mango from this tree that he's got growing in his tower. He gave me one, he gave the bard one, he gave the wizard one. All right, the three members of the party. We each got one of these mangoes. The wizard gave his mango to me for some reason. Now, our characters do not know what these mangoes did, but the GM did tell us that each mango that we ate gave us an extra life. So my character, for getting that guy to that graveyard, now has 2 extra lives. The bard has 1, the wizard has none. Which, honestly, like, works out, since I'm the tank character. I'm the one that's in the melee taking most of the damage. Like, I'm not even sure if the wizard has taken a hit point of, like, a single hit of damage the entire campaign. We also got... DM just wants to see you die. He actually doesn't. That DM has never killed one of my characters, and I've been playing with him for... since, like, 2015, 2016. It's, like, almost 10 years now. That DM has never killed a character of mine. Nope, I'm sorry. One character has died. But that was because I did a really stupid thing, and we both forgot a very specific rule. I had a drow character who, in retrospect, I'm not overly sad that he died because I don't really like playing super hyper evil characters, and he was a very super hyper, like, clownish levels of evil. Like, I did the thing that everybody does when they make their first evil character, and I just went way over the line. Like, he was not a character that would be a believable person. He just did all of the worst things. So that character died after I picked a fight with an entire town of orcs. Now, the plan was not to actually fight an entire town of orcs. I wanted to... Basically, I was kicking the beehive to see what kind of defenses there were. The plan was to gain intelligence this time around, get away, and then plan the assault later. Unfortunately, one of the people that came out once I kicked the beehive was a wizard who had a wand of sleep, and I was a level 4 character. So I was still in range of sleep. And I rolled a nat 1 on my save. Now, you might remember I mentioned my character is a drow elf. You might remember that elves are immune to magical sleep effects. However, me and my DM did not remember this. And after my drow elf illegally fell asleep due to sleep magic, a giant comes out of the town and steps on him and kills him. And then runs down the rest of the party and just kills them slowly. Which it was a duo campaign. So it was me and one other character. So, yeah, that is the one time that DM has ever killed one of my characters. And I was like, man, it would have been a little bit interesting to see how that character played out. But, on the other hand, I'm not overly upset because he was just like a clownishly evil cartoon character of a villain. And, he was a necromancer. I like necromancer characters. I like horde characters. I like having minions. It's why I tend to be drawn towards things like Sylvan Sorcerers when I did Pathfinder, when I did Kingmaker. It's why I like Rangers. It's why I like animal companion classes. And summoners and stuff like that. Like, I love that kind of shit. That's actually how my original character, who was a dual-classed bard and summoner, not Pathfinder summoner, this is in my friend's rule set. So he was a summoner that focused entirely on summoning and angelic beings. You ever played D&D or Pathfinder outside of video games? If you can find a decent DM, and that's the hardest part. There's two difficult things in D&D. Three. A, finding a good DM. Finding a good DM is vital. And B, getting a good group. That is less important than getting a good DM. Because if you have a good DM, you can't just do solo campaigns. I have I have done multiple very fun, very good solo campaigns. And the third thing, the most difficult thing is no good DM, but she's been with her group for a long time. Yeah. It is scheduling. That's another really hard thing to do, is scheduling. We actually are potentially switching up our day. Speaking of scheduling, we had been playing on Monday nights, but we might be swapping our D&D night to Sunday, because that's what we played this week, was on Sunday. And like on Monday night, everybody's worried because they got to go into work on Tuesday, but as far as we can tell, none of us work on Mondays. There's one person whose schedule is like changing up here soon, so we're not 100%, but it looks like none of us really work on Mondays. And so we're all like, fuck it, let's just like play until 5 a.m. Fuck it. Like start at like 9 p.m. and go until 5 a.m. Hell yeah. I love playing D&D. Yeah, I've tried my hand at DMing. I am not a good DM. I'm decent at coming up with like a setting. D&D doesn't have Where Touch. I don't know. I don't play actual D&D. I have actually only played 1 or 2 sessions of like actual 5e. The vast majority of my playtime has either been in Pathfinder or in my friend's rule set, which is unnamed. So I don't actually know that actually kind of came up because we are currently using the D&D Pantheon, and I am entirely unfamiliar with the D&D Pantheon. I don't really know anything about it. I know a decent amount of the Pathfinder Pantheon at this point, but I don't really know anything about the D&D Pantheon, and that actually came into play in our session this past week. Because, like, so, going back to that game, our bard kind of got wrangled into becoming potentially a cleric of Loviatar on accident. So our bard failed some will saves while we were supposed to be investigating the cult. That the guy, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The God of Pain. Here, where's my mouse at? Let's save this. So yeah, that was the cult that we went in there to basically destroy. She's into self-whipping. Well, see, here's the thing. We went in. And whipping others for fun. Yeah, like, it was a whole fucking ordeal. And yeah, so she failed some will saves. And her player played into it. As you're supposed to. If you're role-playing a character, you fail will saves to feel a certain way whenever you do a certain thing, right? And the certain thing that she was doing was she had been talked into well, okay, so the setting is we are in a room underneath the Colosseum where this cult is gathering, and we had been invited there by some members of the cult. And as like an initiation kind of thing, our bard had been invited to join in whipping one of the members. And she enjoyed it a bit too much. That was the will save that she failed. She enjoyed it a bit too much. And like it's potentially like the Loviatar was actually like affecting her or something. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's actually kind of interesting because our characters have had like multiple arguments as to whether or not there is a proper way to worship Loviatar at all. My character is entirely against it, 100%. He's like, no, this is some fucking stupid torture god. I don't care if there's a right way to worship and a wrong way to worship the fucking torture god. I believe that my character's like, I believe that we should destroy everything about this, destroy her altar here, fuck everybody up, and be done with it. Whereas her character's like, no. See, the whole thing is you're supposed to enjoy the pain. You're supposed to take care of yourself after you do the whippings, and that's what they were doing wrong here because they were like actually getting like torturing people to death, basically. And she's like all making excuses for it and everything, and my character's like, this is fucking, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous and stupid. We should just be done with it. Says the guy who now runs a coliseum. Yeah. God, D&D fucking goes into weird places sometimes. Just remembering some of the things that we did this weekend. And some of the things that happened because people failed saves. You got bored, so I joined the testing squad for the World of Warcraft mod for CK3. Yeah, I saw you post something of that in the Discord. Immediately reported some bugs? Hell yeah. Yeah, I saw you posted something about a World of Warcraft mod in the Discord. Ugh. Ugh. Co-op roleplay that sometime? I won't say yes, because there are so many things that I have planned out. And I have so little room for, like... I have so little time for extra stuff right now. So I won't say yes, because I just don't have I just don't have time at the moment. But maybe at some point. Maybe at some point in the future. And who knows? You might be able to get somebody in the Discord or something. I'm trying to think. Was it 7:30? Jesus, it's still only 7:30. All right, so we're doing Eradicate next week. Was that I don't need the we don't need the timer anymore. No point. What else is there to do right now? I'm gonna pull you down here. Put you back up here. Hell. Put you back up here. Move you over. All right. There's that. All done. All right. Let's save this. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing right now. Let's see. All right. Beware of flashbang. Flashbang in 3, 2, 1. Excel sheet. Oh my god, look at it. So something that we have that I keep forgetting to do. I keep forgetting to put together the actual builds for a lot of these characters. So like Frodo is done. Pippin is done. Merry is done up through 20. And I have not developed his incense synthesizer aspects yet. So I don't know what his build is going to be. Sam, I have literally nothing because we have not fixed his shit since I completely changed his build. Gimli, we could actually... Okay, so we could actually figure Gimli out. Where you at? So I could actually pull Gimli up and we could actually get Gimli dealt with. Okay, so the main... Okay, so this is gonna be like a whole ass thing. We're gonna pull that over here. We'll do this. Because I think we did slightly change Gimli a little bit. Nope, not got aboard. I think we did slightly change Gimli. I think we swapped his levels around. Okay, so he'll have barbarian levels earlier. All right, there we go. Like a lot of what I was doing, there wasn't really any visual aspect of it. I was just talking, right? We were just yapping for a bit. But now that I'm actually like doing a thing and not just sitting here, probably a good idea to actually have some visuals. Oh yeah, we were here. I forgot we were in here. All right, so first and foremost, because like what I would like to do is I would like to be able to share these builds with everybody. And that way other people could recreate this or like critique and adjust the builds to make them more lore accurate to the characters. But yeah. So where you at, Gimli? There you are. Okay, so he's level 18 right now. So we went from level 5 2 3 9 10 11, so from 5 to 15 we got fighter. Level 15 we got combat reflexes. And that was it. Right, because we didn't get any other boosts because we got incredible heft. So this entirely negated the penalties for dual wielding these axes, right? No? Wait. Oh, yeah. So this is so we're at a -1. But that's fine. right? All right, and then we went to level 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, okay. And then from here, there was no choices to be made. And then level 17, we got Intimidating Prowess. And we got Powerful Stance, right? Yeah. Okay. Level 18, we got nothing. We got nothing at level 18. So that is our build up to this point. Finished. Now, the question is... Hey, you don't see that. What do we do after that? Right? So, yeah, also we get Last Stand and Mythic Improved Critical Great Axe. Of course we do. Now, the problem with this build, and Legolas's as well, is I can't be 100% sure when we are going to get to rank 4. Because rank 4 for Pippin on Mythic Path, that's when we get Perception rank 2. That's when we get access to things like improved critical and whatnot. Now, the important thing there is I'm obviously going to want to take those as soon as possible, right? Like, as soon as I possibly can take improved critical, I'm going to want to on basically all of my melee characters, right? Mary, Legolas, or my physical damage dealers, not my melee, but my physical damage dealers. Mary, Gandalf, Gimli, Legolas, Aragorn. To a lesser extent, maybe Sam, although I'm not that focused on his damage, at least not from crits. Anyway, one of these days I will also get more spells. So yeah, that's like the main problem with these builds, any of these physical damage dealers, is it's very, very difficult for me to put the full build out until I have that shit laid out entirely. Until I figure out when we're going to have that next mythic path, which hopefully won't be before too terribly long, because I would like to get that. But to get level 19, the other issue is because I started taking more levels in Barbarian, I did not do that in the original playthrough, or in the original build. I just went all the way. Once I started taking Titan Fighter levels, I just went all the way in Titan Fighter. And then once I did, and then once I finished this, I went the rest of the way in Barbarian. But this time I was like, we are very low on rage rounds per day. I would like to have some more. And also, if we could get up to tireless rage, that'd be real fucking nice. And like, Well, two-handed melee weapon adds double his strength modifier and damage roll. Like, there is a lot of really good stuff here, right? Like, I wonder what I can get this dude's DR to, right? Because you can take extra DR, and I believe we do, actually. Barbarian's DR increases by 2. Its effects stack up to 3 times. So we can get 6 from here. This makes 11. And then that makes 21. That's 21 DR before the damage bonus for unfair. So we could like literally get what is equivalent to 42 DR just from what's on our level up sheets. That's not even counting any equipment or anything like that, or stone skin, right? Stone skin's another 10. Yeah, weapon mastery is also huge considering we are getting considering we're going to be getting the thing. Why do I have red on strength? What? Fatigued. Gotcha. Mighty Rage. What is this? Barbarian's bonus on melee attacks. Damage rolls. Turn over. Increases to 4. Ah, okay. And then this is +4 to will saves to resist enchantment spells. Gotcha. Oh. This stacks on top of the will save. Okay, cool. Anyway. So actually, what characters? All right, we have like literally nothing for Gandalf, so let's look at Gandalf stuff. So okay, I have this as sorcerer, which is just not true, by the way. Titan fighter will stay. All right, so we are a cleric. And then just draw this down. We are not a Sylvan cleric. We are a, how the fuck do you spell that? ECCLESITHEURGE. Gotcha. All right. Now, so we got fast learner and alertness. Yep. Spell pen, nope. We got selective channel at level 2. Or no, sorry, we don't even get one at level 2. We get it at level 3 because we're a cleric. We don't get shit all. Yeah. But at level 2 we get and animal domains. All right. And then we have selective channel at 3. At 5 we have boon companion. Because we gotta keep that horse at a decent level. Spell focus, conjuration. Greater spell focus? Yep. Greater spell focus. Conjuration. And then got warrior priest at 11. And then that's all we got so far. Okay, so what other feats should we grab for Gandalf? I should look up what did I take? Like, the problem is that, like, a lot of the feats that we took originally for Gandalf are just not going to be useful here. Because he was like a druid before, right? Outflank technically wouldn't be terrible. Oh yeah, his fucking mythic path as well. Why am I taking improve 2-weapon fighting mythic at rank 4? What the fuck? Oh, that's right. That's right. I completely forgot that so we did his build before Titan Fighter was out. So I was taking like levels in Ranger so that we could get the Ranger combat styles and get 2-weapon fighting from that. Yeah, so his build is entirely fucked. So we basically can't make use of it at all. Yeah, I got like weapon focus at level 1. Ew. Alright. We're just gonna close that, and we're gonna pretend that I never saw it, because it's basically useless. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cheat. We're gonna make Gandalf level 20. Not gonna save after this. And we will also make him level 10. And we're basically gonna redo Gandalf's build today. That's what we're doing for the rest of the day. That is what I've decided we're doing here. Okay. So here. Okay. So we need knowledge arcana. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And what do we take here? Gandalf never really summons anybody. Unless you count the Rohirrim at the end of... Or no. Yeah. Yeah, the Rohirrim at the end of the Two Towers. I don't really count that as summoning, per se. We could Arcane Spirit. Right? Because Gandalf does talk shit before he casts spells on multiple occasions. He does it against Saruman at the beginning of Return of the King. He does it against the Balrog. And since we are starting to get more spells that have a save, like offensive spells, I think Arcane Spirit is actually not a bad idea here. Improved initiative would be so nice on him. His initiative bonus is so shit. I think Arcane Spirit is actually really good for him. We basically never have to worry about... Spell Pen, right? Because the overwhelming majority of angel spells are going to be ignoring that. So I think Arcade Spirit is fine here, actually. Yeah, I think that that is the correct play. Arcane Spirit. All right. Oh, let's take a look at our spells. What do we get? Storm of Justice functions like Bolt of Justice, except it affects multiple creatures. Hell yeah. Gale of Life. What does that do? As Breath of Life, but affects all allies in a 20-foot radius. What? Ally in close range. Target gains the combined effect of Divine Power, Holy Aura, Heroism, Greater spells for 1 round per cast level. That's kind of crazy. Creature targeted by the spell is held immobile by glowing chains composed of pure sunlight. The number of rounds equal to your caster level. The creature is paralyzed, held in place. It takes 46 damage plus 1 damage per cast level. May attempt new saving throw each round, and the effect if the initial saving throw is successful, target is staggered. Takes the same amount of damage. Damn. Alrighty, alrighty. Angel spells are kind of strong. Yeah, they're a little bit busted. Shield of Law. +4 deflection bonus to AC and +4 resistance bonus on saves. Unlike protection from chaos, this benefit applies against all attacks, not just against attacks by chaotic creatures. Warded creature gains spell resistance 25 against chaotic spells and spells cast by chaotic creatures. Third, the abjuration protects from all mind affecting effects and spells. Only 1 round per level. It's 1 round per level. Okay. If a chaotic creature succeeds on a melee attack against a warded creature, the attacker is slowed. Will save negates as the slow spell, but against Shield of Law's save DC. Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Fucking hell. Protection from all mind-affecting spells and effects is huge. Is huge, because we got a couple of people that are very likely to fuck our party up if they fail a will save. That's kind of crazy. All right. And then this just does nothing. There's nothing here. All right, we're going to go and we're going to do some mythics. We're going to do some mythics here. Okay, so mythic rank 4. We have enduring spells. We could now get greater enduring spells or mythic channeling. Now, the thing here is we could take spell focus mythic. That might be the play here. Yes, I would like to get greater enduring spells. Hi. Actually, I think greater enduring spells is better for us than spell focus conjuration. Right? It is a +2 to my saves. It's an extra 10%. But, like, there's really nothing here that we would be picking for RP reasons. Hi. Oh, we also don't have greater abundant casting, which we're gonna have level 8 spells here as well. Which one's better? Probably greater enduring, right? Come on down. There you go. So you see his route, right? He jumps up here, he walks over here, I let him down, and then he goes up to the shoulder here. He like full on loops around. So which is better here, do you think? Greater abundant or greater enduring? Because we're definitely going to have level 8 spells before we get to rank 4. So this would be giving me 8 extra spells per day, 4 at level 7 and 4 at level 8. Lazy so is rush enduring. Yeah, like part of me is saying that I should take greater enduring here, but I think that the actual correct answer is greater abundant, right? So like we get level 4 going into the ivory, or coming through the ivory sanctum, right? And then level 5 is the lab. And then you get level 6 when you go into the abyss, I think. No, you get level 6. You get level 6 at Nocticulus Palace. Level 6 at Nocticulus Palace. Level 7 when you leave the abyss. Level 8 when you reclaim Dresden again. Level 9 when you finish the 7 after Baphomet. Yeah. Yeah. And then because we're going legend on Aragorn, we've decided that level 9 is going to happen after Is. And then level 10 is going to be once we get I think I will do level 10 once we get to Threshold, not halfway through it. That way we have a little bit of extra time to play with our level 10, our mythic 10 characters. Okay, so I think we take I do think that Greater Abundant is probably the stronger option here. I really like Greater Enduring though. And that's going to get so many extra spells to be 24 hours. I actually think that Greater Enduring might outperform Greater Abundant. Simply because it's going to open up so many more spellcasting options. Because we're not going to have to reload up on these spells, right? So I think we take Greater Enduring here. Alright, so Greater Enduring spells. And then okay. Literally then becomes immune to compulsion effects. We're already gonna have that. Excuse me? Healing spells cast by that creature now remove paralysis and all negative levels from the target. That doesn't specify. Gandalf for your main damage source, then Greater Abundant would be a no-brainer. Yeah. But he's just like, yeah, he's just not. Hi, what are you doing? Dude, what are you doing? So, like, considering how often we get negative levels in this campaign, Abolish Undeath is, like, kind of crazy. I wonder if this is only spells? Like, it says healing spells, but what I'm curious if Channel Energy does this. Does anybody know? If you have abolish undeath, does that mean that channel energy heals negative levels? By the way, this doesn't specify permanent or temporary, so, and it does specify all. So I'm assuming that that literally means that every, like, even permanent negative levels will all be poofed out of existence. All right, what does Sword of Heaven actually do? Imbue their weapons with holy power. Weapons imbued with holy power deal an additional 2d6 holy damage on attacks, while spells and abilities used while holding imbued weapons deal an additional 2 dice of damage or heal an additional 2 dice. Oh, okay. I like Everlasting and Bestow. Yeah, Everlasting and Bestow are really, really good. I was looking at those as well. But Abolish Undeath, like, just being able to get rid of, because, like, imagine just being able to cast a Cure Light Wounds and removing like 8 negative levels. Like, that's crazy. That is insane. Especially since once we get to this point, we're gonna have we're not gonna be casting Shield of Faith anymore, right? So we're gonna have a lot more level 1 spells available to us. However, okay, wait. RP. Which of these makes the most sense from a roleplay perspective? As Gandalf, which of these would make the most sense? As Gandalf, which of these makes the most sense? Like, he never really enchants anybody else's weapon. The only time he does is in a negative sense, right? Because he heats up Aragorn's sword until he drops it. -4 to AC is like crazy good. There's an extra 20% chance to hit on with everybody. Huh. I'm not okay, so I'm not really seeing any of these as roleplay effective. By that I mean, like, none of these really make that much sense for Gandalf as a character. Or represent anything that he does in the movies, unless I'm forgetting something. Go for Guide the Faithful, I guess. But, like, by the name, yes. But the actual effects? I'm trying to think if there's anything in the movies where he would have that kind of effect. Like, they don't ever come across anything invisible, because the only invisible thing is Frodo in those movies. And he never, like, reveals Frodo to other people when he's invisible. In fact, I don't know if Gandalf ever interacts with him when he actually uses the ring. Right? Wait, how often does Frodo use the ring? He uses it in Bree on accident, right? When it falls on his fingers on the floor of the tavern. Uses it in Weathertop, where it is not useful. Uses it at Amon Hen when he's dealing with Boromir. Doesn't use it at all in Two Towers, because nobody uses the ring in Two Towers. And then in Return of the King, he only uses it. Yeah, Gandalf never interacts with Frodo. He's never there when Frodo uses the ring. Which is an interesting thing, but is less pertinent to this particular conversation. And I don't think that he ever does anything that, like, opens up an enemy for somebody else to take them down, which is kind of like how I'm looking at that -4 penalty to AC. Whatever it is, and charges in with the cavalry in that big battle. I think he's white by then. So he... Okay, so there's two times that he is charging with a group. And one, he's not actually with the group, right? So in the Two Towers, when he's riding with the Rohirrim, he doesn't actually cast anything at that point. That's literally just the sunrise behind them, right? They charge with the sunrise, and the sunrise blinds the orcs, right? So that's what happens in the Two Towers. He's not actually casting a spell there. The time that he does cast a spell is he's casting a spell of a light spell against the Nazgul that are harrying the defenders of Osgiliath as they are running back to Minas Tirith, right? But he's not actually making it so that they are more likely to attack. Like, that would basically be like a dazzle effect or a blinding effect, right? Not like a penalty to AC. They never actually make use. They never actually do anything with that to allow them to, you know, attack the Nazgul better. They're just trying to. He's just trying to make sure that the Nazgul, like, almost. Yeah, I would say that that's closer to like a fear or turn undead effect than any of this stuff. I kind of really like Abolish Undeath. Kind of really like Abolish Undeath. Just because, like, I feel like of all of the useful things to have here, the spell is basically Fairy Fire. Yeah, it's Fairy Fire with a bonus of -4 AC on those affected, right? I think I just really like Abolish Undeath. I think we're going to take that one. Or, like, maybe Everlasting Flame, because, like, okay, Angel Weapons becomes the bane of all undeath. The creature wielding them becomes immune to death effects and energy drain. How long does it last normally? So it says that you could use it a number of times per day equal to 1 plus half your mythic rank. So we would be able to use it 3 times here, but it doesn't tell me how long it lasts. Is it just 1 round? Or is it rounds per level? Like, what is this? What is this actually? How long does this last? Because, like, obviously Everlasting... Actually, I can just test it, right? We just test it. You. So that's 1 minute. It's 1 minute. So it looks like it is just... Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense for, like, rounds per level or rounds per... Or, like, time per level or time per mythic rank, right? Because 1 minute, unless it's like 15 seconds per mythic rank. Or, I'm sorry, 20 seconds per mythic rank, which doesn't make any sense. So it looks like it's just strictly a minute. So that goes from a minute to 4 minutes, right? If I were to take everlasting. So what did we say we were going to take here? Oh yeah, greater enduring. And then everlasting would go from 1 minute to 4 minutes. And then we get the improved angelic. Okay, yeah. So, I think maybe abolish undeath here. And then at the next one, we get everlasting, probably. Wrath of the Righteous. All demons in a 40-foot radius around the caster make a will saving throw. If it's failed, the demon takes 10 damage per caster level. If the saving throw is successful, the demon takes 1d6 per caster level. Okay. It's on form. For the next level, number of rounds equal to your caster level, you become incorporeal and gain the ability to shoot rays of holy fire as a swift action, dealing 1d6 per caster level, half of which is fire and half is holy. Oh my god. So that would be, oh shit, that would actually be really bad because we have that really great dex bonus. Fortress of the Faithful. Ages of the Faithful, but affects all allies in a 20-foot radius and lasts for 1 hour. Bring back. Unlike other spells that heal damage, bring back can bring recently slain characters back to life. Cast upon a creature that has died within 1 round, apply the healing from this spell to the creature. The healed creature's hit point total is at a negative. Stabilize the new hit point total. Gain temporary negative levels that last for 1 day. Okay. But that's like a heal. That is a heal effect that can also revive. Okay, cool. Cool. Wait, what? Each round, including immediately upon casting the spell, you could cause one creature to collapse in on itself, inflicting 10 points of damage per caster level. Fortitude saving throw negates. Choosing a new target for the spell is a move action. You can target a particular creature only once with each casting of the spell. Implosion has no effect on creatures with no material body or on incorporeal creatures. Alright. We are going to take Abolish Undeath as our ability. I want to check something real quick. Never mind. Let's go up to level 5. So at level 5, we definitely get greater abundant casting, right? Because we now have level 9 spell. Oh, wait. At level 4, we got level 9 spells. I think it's fine to still go for greater enduring. I think it's fine to still go for greater enduring. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so what does this do? An enemy that attacks the angel for the first time in a round must succeed at a fort saving throw, or be blinded for 1d4 plus 1 round. On a successful, they become dazzled for 1 minute. All demons and undead creatures in a 50-foot area suffer 2d6 plus mythic rank points of holy damage each round. Whenever an ally receives damage, they receive fast healing equal to the for 1 round. That is so trash. What the fuck is this? While Angelic Halo is active, whenever an ally suffers damage, they receive fast healing equal to the angel's mythic rank for 1 round. That's so trash. This is so shit. What the fuck? That makes everyone blind. I'm thinking of that one. So this basically, so once we get to level 20 in Mythic 10, that's going to be a 30 plus my highest ability modifier, right? It's not bad. Solar winds. All allies in a 50-foot area get a bonus to fire, cold, acid, and electricity resistance equal to 5 per the mythic. Wait, that is crazy good. Hold the fuck up. Free resistance to negative energy. Free resist, like, this is level 5, right? That's a 25 resistance to fire, cold, acid, and electricity. So 15 to sonic and negative energy. And obviously only a 5 to force unholy, holy, and divine. That's crazy good. Holy shit. That, like, basically negates the need for protection from energy. Communal. That's just like another spell that we won't need. Unless it stacks with that, which would be insane. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, the angel doesn't suffer any damage from ally spells that have an area effect. Nah, that's not. It stacks? That's bonkers. That is bonkers. What would this be right now? So he's level 12. Right? 13 potentially. We might even be level 14 by this point. So let's say DC plus 14 plus 5, so that's plus 19. So that's DC is 19 plus my highest ability modifier, which would be plus 6, so that'd be a 25. It's not that great for a fort save right now, actually. I think Solar Winds would just be, like, the best one. Because, like, having your Halo on, that's just a constant thing. That's just something that you do all the time. And I think the fact that this is, like, there to protect his allies, I think that fits more for Gandalf than, like, anything that's, like... Like, Blinding Light is the only other one that makes as much sense, I would say. And we can grab that down here, where it's going to be more effective anyway. Because, like, at this point, it's not going to be that effective, just because of how high a lot of the fort saves are. Like, yeah, the DC will eventually be, like, crazy good, but right now it's just not that great. Oh, wait, that would even be worse, right? Because it's half the character level. So that would be DC 10 plus 6, so we got 16, 21, 27. Wait, did I say that? Did I actually calculate that earlier, right? Correctly? Whatever. Either way, it's not that great compared to the fort saves that we have right now. So I think Solar Winds is, like, the correct choice here. Solar Winds. And then let's close out of that, level him up a little bit more. All right, what do we pick? What do we pick here? So we got Arcane Spirit last time. What? I want to take it. I want to take improved initiative, but I don't think that that makes sense for him. Spell focus would also be good for him because his caster level gets like really, really high, and just with the spell focus, it makes his dispel magics that much stronger. However, ambuscating spell is also really good for him, right? That would be another boost to our offensive spells. I think it's either Dispel Focus or Ambuscating Spell. I think Ambuscating Spell is going to be more worthwhile more often. I think that's probably the correct play. Ambuscating Spell. Alright. That's level 15. I feel like we could probably go up to level Mythic 8 at this point. Alright, what do we take here? What do we take here? Do we take... What? What is happening here? Why is this down here? That's not what we picked there. What is happening with this? What the fuck? Excuse me? All of our mythics are fucked. Like, Abolish Undeath is here. Greater Enduring Spells is here. Greater Abundant Casting is here. We have... Oh, that's Deva's versus Deva. Gotcha. Okay, I understand. These actually seem like they're actually correct. Huh. Okay. So we have both Greater Enduring and Greater Abundant Casting. Sorceress Reflex might be decent. Domain Zealot would also be really good. Hello, Bruno. How are you? How are you? Considering how often I spend his turns using my domain abilities, being able to use them as a swift action would actually be really good for me. Oh, wait. Do we take Last Stand? I forgot we didn't have Last Stand yet. I think this is incredibly important. I think Domain Zealot is nice to have. I think Last Stand is vital. And the fact that we don't have it yet. I don't know if we take Mythical Beast. Like, yes, Shadowfax is a Mythical Beast in the lore, kind of. So it would actually make sense to have Mythical Beast. I don't know if we have the slots to take it. We'll find out. But we're definitely taking Last Stand here. The fact that we haven't already is, like, kind of crazy. But at least we'll have it for Baphomet at that point, right? Okay. Do we just take Everlasting? Do we just take Everlasting? I think we just take Everlasting here. Or maybe Bestow? I think Bestow is actually kind of better than Everlasting. Because everlasting, like, we don't really need it for him. We would actually prefer to have this on, like, Gimli or Legolas, right? At least until we get Aragorn from Lich to Legend. So yeah, I think we take Bestow. Bestow the Divine. And at this point, it's like this is doing a good chunk of damage as well, right? Where you at? Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't scale. I thought it scaled. Wait. Sword of Heaven doesn't scale with your mythic rank. Huh. Interesting. Just scales how many times you can use it. I mean, I guess that's fine. That's fine. We can still take Bestow. I think Bestow is still fine here. At this point, we take Divine Domain Zealot, right? Like 100%. Even though, like, at this point, Domain Zealot is going to be, like... Well, I mean, since it's a swift action, right? We could use this and then cast another spell. So that's actually fine. Blinding Light at this point, right? We chose. Blinding Light, because he actually literally does this in the movies. And then we keep going. Angel. Alright, what do we take here? Sorcerer's Reflex? Do we do this, or do we do another mythic ability? I don't know if we have an inspirational leader yet. Or mythical beast. Mythical beast would be good. And would make sense, right? Inspirational leader would make sense. Completely, right? Like it would make total and complete sense. Sorcerer's Reflex. Actually, I think Sorcerer's Reflex does not make sense for him. I think that this is not a Gandalf thing. Like, the man barely ever casts any spells regardless. And he almost never casts multiple in a row. Or, like, cast a spell and then do something else immediately after. Right? So I think it's either Mythical Beast, Inspirational Leader... What's this one do? Ah, yeah, nah. I think, I think Mythical Beast is fine here. I think Mythical Beast is fine. All right. Mythical Beast. Let's edit this because Blinding Light does not have a 2. All right, there we go. Demon Bane would make total sense for Gandalf, considering the fact that he fights a Balrog to death. After wielding them, gains a +2 bonus on attack and damage rolls made against creatures with a demon subtype, and a successful hit deals an additional 2d6 holy damage. Bonus. Heavenly Host. You can grant the benefits of your Sword of Heaven ability to all allies in a 50-foot radius. Ah, yeah. Attacks made by the wielder of the imbued weapon now additionally deal weapon damage to all enemies within 5 feet. I don't know how much that counts, right? Is it just like the actual like D6 to D12 of the weapon's damage, or is it like all the bonuses and everything as well, right? 2 additional attacks instead of 1, making all spells of 7th level or lower quick. All spells of 7th or lower level. Holy shit. Holy action economy, Batman. However, I think Demon Bane is the one that makes the most sense. I think Demon Bane definitely makes the most sense out of this. Simply because, like, Heavenly Host is probably the best, right? You do this, and then you take Everlasting, right? And then that's, like, crazy, crazy, crazy good. But I don't think that it makes sense for Gandalf. Unfortunately. I do not think that it makes sense for Gandalf. So we're going to take Demon Bane. As much as the power gamer in me wants to take the other two, I think the Demon Bane is the best choice here. All right, now, what do we take here? Let me actually check. Boromir? Oh, I have literally nothing for Boromir. Aragorn? No. Frodo? Obviously not. No. 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 Obviously not. Obviously not. Wait, okay, so let me... Wait. Let me actually... Mythic Path. Okay, so no, we do not. Okay, so we actually don't have somebody set up for... what's it called? Mythic Inspiration. Or whatever the fuck. Ah! Ow. So... Inspirational Leader, this one. I think that, like, especially since this would be rank 9, this is, like, obviously, like, when they scale like this, you pretty much want to wait, right, until later on. So I think that taking this at this level is fine. So let's go back to Gandalf. Let's take Inspirational Leader. And then... Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised that there's no, like, super version of these. What do you want? Alright. Someone's yelling at me. Oh, I read this as allies. I was like, what the fuck is this nonsense? I read this as allies. For whatever, this one. All enemies in a 50-foot area suffer a penalty to saving resistance. Spell resistance equal to 1 plus half the mythic rank, as well as a penalty on all saving throws equal to half the penalty to spell resistance. So that would be 6 and 3, right? So it'd be a -6 to spell resistance and a -3 to saving throws. Not bad. Not bad. Swap leader with beast. At rank 9, not much gameplay wise is left. I mean, like, at rank, like, that's leaving is, that's like after. Well, because you tend to get the boosts immediately before a boss fight, right? More often than not, I would say. More often than not, you get the boost immediately before a boss fight, right? You get your rank 1 right before a boss fight, rank 2 right before a boss fight, rank 3 right before a boss fight, rank 10 right before a boss fight. I think the only one that's right after is rank 7. Is right after the Baphomet boss fight, right? So I think maybe we get rank 9 right before we fight Dascari. So we could have Inspirational Leader starting with the Dascari fight. This is still trash. This would be 2d6. 2d6 plus 9 the maximum of 22 damage per round and a minimum of what? 11? 12? Minimum of 12, maximum of 22. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, because it's 2 to 12. So 12 to 22 damage every round to all demons and undead. It's not bad. But, like, at this point, 22 damage is basically useless, right? It, like, doesn't do anything. Really. I think Piercing Rise is probably the best. I think this one's the best one here. Yeah. I think that's what we take. Piercing Raise. All right, Mythic rank 10. What do we take for here? Mage Armor? Archmage Armor, maybe? Maybe. Oh! I never grabbed Spell Focus Mythic. Never grabbed Spell Focus Mythic. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do Spell Focus Mythic Conjuration. Spell Focus Mythic Conj. Yeah. I forgot about that. How useless rank 10 is, to be honest. It's just for one fight. So lame. That's why, like, that's another one that I'm going to change. We're going to have rank 9 right before Discari and rank 10 as we enter Threshold. So we will have rank 10 for that entire area. It's still not that much, but it'll be a hell of a lot more than it was before. Okay, so Everlasting, right? So that's now 10 minutes, 10 times the number. But on the other hand, if we have 10 uses for it, I feel like Heavenly Host is going to be better, right? Because, like, at this point, I'm going to have 10 uses of it. 1 minute each use. And it's only for that last area. Headcanon is that you get Mythic 10 after beating Discari. I mean, that's basically the same thing, right? But, like, the thing is, if you get Mythic 10 after beating Discari, when do you get Mythic 9? Right? Because Mythic 9 is normally finishing the Mythic Path quest, right? Which, if you're going Legend, there isn't one. So that's why I have to, like, insert Mythic 9 to somewhere in the storyline. I think Heavenly Host makes sense here. I feel like that's probably the best one. I think it's the best one, and it kind of makes the most sense out of all of this. I think that's fine. All right, so that's all of his... Never finished the Legend run. Oh, yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good. Like, that's the whole thing about Legend, right? You stop... You actually lose your Mythic ranks. Your main character goes back down to Mythic 2, basically. And you just don't get those final 2 Mythic ranks for your... Well, you never get to Mythic 10, right? And I don't actually know if you even get to Mythic 9. I think you just are stuck at Mythic 8 after going Legend. Like, for your party members. I think that, like, that's the trade-off. Your main character loses all but the first 2 ranks of Mythic powers, and all of your characters lose the last 2 levels. That's like the trade-off, right? I need to fix his portrait. I did not realize that his portrait was fucked up like that. All right. Level 17. We've got Ambuscading and Arcane Spirit. Do I grab Dispel Focus finally? I think Dispel Focus is actually quite good for him. Like, considering how high our caster level is going to be, getting an extra bonus to that to help raise our chances of successfully dispelling buffs even more is, like, really, really good. Okay, Dispel Focus. All right, and then obviously level 18, we're a cleric, we don't get shit all. Level 19. I think at this point, we take Weapon Focus Longsword. And then our free feed at level 20 is Weapon Focus Staff. Right? Also, let me look at these because I've literally never seen these spells. All allies in a 30-foot radius gain the combined effect of the Avenger's Blessing, Mind Blank, and Holy Sword spells for 1 hour. Ah, okay. Eye of the Sun. Every enemy in a 30-foot radius takes 12 damage per caster level. Half of this damage is fire, and half of it is holy. Successful reflex saving throw reduces the amount to 1d12. And it is a conjuration. That's crazy. Spell focus functions as resurrection, but affects every ally in a 30-foot radius around the caster. And it has no cost. Like, no material cost. Holy shit, Phoenix's Gift. For 1 minute per caster level, whenever the target would be brought below 0 hit points, it is instead healed to maximum and deals 1d6 fire damage per caster level to all enemies in a 20-foot. Holy fuck, these are good. I don't think I've ever seen a level 10, the level 10 angel spells until just now. That is bonkers good. Holy shit. All right. And then we have 1 level left. We all know we need to have 1 level in Titan Fighter because he does dual wield a staff and a longsword at the same time. And we finally get rid of that 7 dex. Ooh, okay. I think we probably leave Perception. Right? that Phoenix one sounds pretty good to use on a character on their last stand round. See, here's the thing. It's even better than that because it's AoE. Right? Isn't it? I'll have to look at it again. We can look at it again in a second. All right, here, let me go down. Weapon focus. Quarterstaff. Yep. All right, hell yeah. Okay, so level 19 weapon focus, long sword, level 20 weapon focus, quarter staff. All right, hell yeah. So let's take a look at his. All right, Phoenix gift. Oh no, it is one friendly creature. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought it was AoE. That is crazy pants. Yeah, and what was this one? Army of Heaven, right? Yeah. All allies gain Avenger's Blessing, Mind Blank, and Holy Sword. All right. Where's Avenger's Blessing? Level 8. Divine Power, Holy Aura, Heroism Greater for 1 round per caster level. I was a little worried about this because this is only 1 level. The only bad thing is that you only get 2 spells for it, right? So we would definitely do this and probably Eye of the Sun. Or maybe Rekindle. Actually, Phoenix Gift does have... I think Phoenix's Gift actually has a bit of anti-synergy with Last Stand. Depending on how it actually works. Because Last Stand does not bring... No, it does. Right? No, it brings them to exactly 0, right? They fall over? Right. But once it ends... Once Last Stand ends, I believe it sends them to exactly 0, and they fall unconscious. So I don't think that Phoenix's Gift actually works that way. They keep at 1 unless healed or damaged. I just sworn... No, because they fall out, don't they? Am I just like... fucking... somehow entirely misremembering this entire campaign where I've been relying on Last Stand the entire time? I could have sworn that people fall out. Because I've literally had people where they fall over. I'm like, oh shit, his Last Stand ended. Okay, yeah, that was a really stupid thing to search. What happens when a Last Stand ends? It's usually heal them before it ends or see them die after. Yeah. Well, okay. Here. Sam, you haven't had your Last Stand popped yet. Here, let me actually look. Mary and Aragorn have had their last dance pop, and like they are at 1. I think what happens is if you're still in combat when last stand ends, they fall out. But if you're not in combat, they stay awake. I'm gonna check with Sam. Right? Okay, so... Really? No. All right, so Sam is in last stand right now. And okay. Now, what happens if I reload and I start this combat? All right. So Sam is in the last seconds of his last stand. I need to be real careful with this because shit. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was like, oh shit, I might have saved a little bit too late. All right, that's fine. We can get rid of this. We don't need that. All right. Who also has last stand? That would be a bit squishier. Frodo does, right? Frodo has last stand. Yeah. Okay, so Frodo would actually be a much better person to use this on because he's just like super fucking squishy. No. You stay up there. It'd actually probably be better to use Gimli once he becomes unfatigued. But I am too impatient for that. Alright, so Frodo is at 0 and is in last stand. How long is his last stand lasting? 9 seconds? Okay. Wait, so why was he healing? Why did he heal? There's literally nothing that shows that he healed. Wait, what the fuck? Sword of Valor buff? I don't have the Sword of Valor. Oh, wait, no. I don't have the Mark of the Inheritor, right? Or whatever that one item is that you can give back to the queen. But like the Sword of Valor still shows that you healed. Okay, so he's at 20. Okay, so he's now back down to 0. And now he's back up to 20. Why? damn it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there we go. When you're in combat and you lose last stand, you will drop to 0 and fall unconscious. If you're out of combat, you will survive at 1. That's how that goes. Or if you're... Oh, hey, Mary's dead. That's fine. Yeah, I was like, I'm fairly... Like, I know for a fact that if you fall out... Because I've seen it happen like a dozen times. I swear to God, this is how this works. Okay, so that's good to have confirmed. Yeah. Oh, Bismuth is dead too. Huh. All right, well, there we go. And actually, now that that bit of science is done, I'm gonna have to leave because it is now basically 9 o'clock, and I gotta go get ready for work. But tomorrow we'll be back doing more God of War Ragnarok. We just got back from visiting Freya as Atreus. We are about to go back into the house and get confronted by Kratos, I'm sure. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. And then we will be going wherever the hell we go after that. No stream on Thursday as usual. Friday and Saturday, we will be back doing more of this. We will be doing this fight here with the squad leader and his nerds. So that's the plan for the rest of the week. Next Tuesday we will be doing the Eradicate run. Yay! Thank you for this somewhat spastic stream, for hanging out with me. We did some Pokemon, we finished the Pokemon, and then we did a bunch of D&D story time, and then figured out the rest of Gandalf's build because we had to entirely rebuild him from the ground up. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always, and as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. And thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.